Hello, my name is Stephen Lyons, and this is my contribution for week 3. Uh, this is pertaining to our discussion for the week, which follows the movie Miss Evers Boys, and I'll start by just sharing my thoughts and feelings on the movie. Now, that it was a very challenging movie to get through. It's not an enjoyable experience. It was really an uncomfortable film throughout the entirety for me, and it really helped to highlight the importance of the manner by which we administer therapy and execute experimental design in our westernized and current day model. So, what are the the first question this week asks us, what are the implications of the Tuskegee study for psychological research in our time? I think one of the first and foremost items that comes to mind, and one of the most valuable, is informed consent. Having the participants within any given study be part of a collaborative effort to assure that the participants are not only well informed, but also, it's wrapped up in the name, also consenting of any services that are being provided, and that requires, on the part of the professional, honesty. And if and when any deceptive methods are going to be utilized, it's important for the professional, the investigator, to administer such tactics in a manner that is going to be mediated through knowledge of potential consequences, understanding of presenting client history, and a really appropriate manner by which each participant is debriefed, as soon as possible, after use of such tactics as deception, which was unlike, grossly and grievously unlike the process that was carried out in the Tuskegee experiments. Now, what were the major ethical violations? They were, really tremendous and egregious, and we're lucky now to live in a state where such things are regulated. And what were the major ethical violations? Very basic, as we would see them now, but were then great violations of informed consent, and violations of the medical Hippocratic Oath, which was identified within the movie at one point by the doctor that was being coerced, essentially, into the study. He stated one of the tenets of the Hippocratic Oath which was first, do no harm. And these doctors were actively doing harm to patients by withholding treatment. And that became much more clear when treatment in the form of penicillin became available, and quite readily available to patients. And another one of the major medical violations that we actually bore witness to within the film and directly pertaining to that penicillin occurred when Caleb, one of the main characters, brought in Willie, who was a very talented dancer in the film. He brought Willie into a hospital and told the nurse that Willie would like a shot of penicillin, and she immediately went to a board on the wall. She was not part of his service or treatment team, or in any way connected with him at all. And she went to a board on the wall and just looked on a list of people and told him that he was not eligible for services because he was on a list. So his rights to protected health and medical record information was not protected. His medical records were not protected. In fact, they were shared openly with all of the local, or even statewide or nationwide. They don't really elucidate that, but his medical records were shared with at least the people within the region. Another major ethical violation. Now, in today's day, we have, we're lucky to have our studies overseen by groups of people, and within the professional environment, those groups of people are known as an institutional review board. These people protect the interests of the people. They're protecting human rights and human rather they are protecting human rights, and they see to it that participants within any given research project are protected within their rights and are going to be provided services that may serve an experimental purpose or a research or correlational purpose, but they will also see that those people are protected and that their rights are respected throughout the entire process. And even though any given research project may employ deceptive tactics, there are methods built in that protect the participants, that are conscientious of potential risks, and those institutional review boards really take the time to consider those and account for them. One of our and the researcher's obligation, is one of our final question for this week's discussion, is what is the researcher's obligations to research participants? It's to make sure they're safe, that they're protected, that their interests come before the research. And this is A1, that the researcher's interests come secondary to the safety and well-being of any participant that might be partaking within any given research project. That will conclude our topic for this week. My name is Stephen Lyons, and thanks for listening in.